Michael Jackson grew up in a musical family in Gary, Indiana. His father, Joseph Jackson, was a former boxer and crane operator, and his mother, Catherine, was a homemaker and devout Jehovah's Witness. Michael was the eighth of 10 children in the Jackson family. From a young age, he showed extraordinary talent in singing and dancing. His early life was marked by rehearsals, performances, and competitions. The Jackson 5, a band formed with his brothers, was managed strictly by their father. They practiced after school and performed at local venues. The group's early success was a stepping stone for Michael's future solo career. Influential figures in his life included artists like James Brown and Jackie Wilson, whose dynamic performances inspired Michael's own style. Motown Records' Berry Gordy signed the Jackson 5 and guided their career, becoming a mentor to Michael. Diana Ross also introduced the Jackson 5 to the public, and her elegance and stage presence influenced Michael's performance. These experiences and individuals played significant roles in shaping his path as a music artist. Michael Jackson, known as the King of Pop, was a famous singer, dancer, and songwriter. He started his career with his brothers in the Jackson 5 and later became one of the most famous solo artists in the world. His album Thriller is the best-selling album of all time. He was known for his unique voice, amazing dance moves, and hit songs like Beat It, Billie Jean, and Smooth Criminal. Now think back to the first time you saw Michael Jackson perform. What was the first song or video you watched? Do you remember where you were when you first recognized him? Michael Jackson left us with many memories, and we would love to hear your stories. Share your most treasured memory of Michael Jackson in the comments below. Stay tuned because we have many interesting facts about Michael Jackson coming up. Some will make you laugh, some will shock you, and some might even make you sad. Keep watching to learn more about the life and legacy of this unforgettable star. Michael Jackson's love for music and performance became clear at a very young age. When he was just 6 years old, he joined his family's band, the Jackson 5, and quickly stood out for his singing and dancing talent. His passion was evident when he would perform with such energy and joy, captivating everyone who watched him. It was during these early performances that Michael realized he had a special connection with the stage and audience. This connection drove him to work hard and perfect his craft, leading him to become one of the most famous artists in the world. His dedication to music and performance was not just a career choice, it was a deep-seated passion that started in his childhood and propelled him throughout his life. Michael Jackson was born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana. He was the eighth of 10 children in the Jackson family, a working-class African-American family living in a two-bedroom house on Jackson Street. His mother, Catherine Jackson, was a homemaker and a devout Jehovah's Witness. His father, Joseph Jackson, had been a boxer, worked as a crane operator, and played guitar with a local rhythm and blues band. Michael's talent for music became evident early on in his life. He and his brothers formed a band called the Jackson 5. Michael became the lead singer of the group at a young age. The band toured the Midwest extensively from 1966 to 1968. They frequently played at a string of black clubs known as the Chitlin Circuit and won several talent shows. This early period in Michael's life was important as it shaped his career in music and performance. Michael Jackson faced significant challenges early in his career, including financial difficulties and doubts from the music industry. Despite these obstacles, he showed great determination and found creative ways to succeed. He worked hard on his music and performances, which led to his songs becoming hits and his concerts selling out. His ability to adapt and innovate helped him become a leading figure in music. Michael Jackson, a name that echoes in the halls of music history, graced the cover of Time magazine in 1984, captured by the artistic lens of Andy Warhol. His birthday, August 29th, shares a cinematic connection with the film Terminator 2, where a character references his age incorrectly. In the world of special effects, Jackson's black or white music video stood out in 1991 for its pioneering use of morphing technology. Beyond his art, Jackson's personal life included a friendship with Lou Ferrigno, the fitness legend who trained him for the anticipated This Is It concerts. Their bond, formed during the making of the Liberian Girl short film, lasted until Jackson's untimely passing in 1929. Michael Jackson's career had several key moments that shaped his journey as a music artist. His album Thriller, released in 1982, became the best-selling album of all time and showcased his ability to blend pop, rock, and R&B. The music video for the title track Thriller was a major success, blending music with storytelling and special effects. It was more like a short film and changed the way music videos were made. His performance of Billie Jean during the Motown 25 Yesterday Today Forever television special, where he debuted the moonwalk dance move, is another highlight. This performance is often seen as a defining moment in his career, showcasing his unique talent and stage presence. Peers, critics, and collaborators have praised his work for its creativity and influence on the music industry. His ability to push boundaries with his music and performances made him a figure that others in the industry looked up to. His work not only entertained, but also inspired many artists across different genres. His contributions to music, dance, and fashion made him a central figure in popular culture, and his legacy continues to influence artists around the world. Michael Jackson, a well-known music artist, had a deep appreciation for the Beatles' music. His rendition of their song Come Together was featured on his album History Past, Present, and Future. During the 1980s, Jackson formed a friendship with Freddie Mercury, the lead singer of Queen. They recorded 3 songs together, Victory, State of Shock, and There Must Be More to Life Than This. However, these tracks were only made as demos and were not officially released. In 1992, Jackson starred in the music video for Remember the Time, directed by John Singleton. In this video, he shared his first on-screen kiss with model Iman, who portrayed Queen Nefertiti alongside Eddie Murphy's Pharaoh. Jackson's interactions with other artists and his performances reflect his significant role in the music industry. Michael Jackson approached his music with a deep passion for storytelling and a desire to connect with listeners on an emotional level. His unique style combined elements of pop, soul, and funk, creating a sound that was both fresh and familiar. He often drew from his own life experiences to craft songs that spoke to universal themes of love, struggle, and joy. His dedication to perfection in the studio and electrifying presence on stage made his performances unforgettable. Michael's work was a reflection of his view on the world, a place filled with possibilities and hope despite its challenges. His music and dance moves brought people together, crossing cultural and generational divides, and his influence continues to inspire artists around the globe. Michael Jackson made history with his album Thriller, becoming the first artist to have 7 top 10 hits in the United States from a single album. On a sad note, he passed away on the same day as actress Farrah Fawcett. Both were in California when they died. Michael Jackson's memorial featured a unique gold coffin known as the Promethean. This luxurious coffin, valued at $25,000, is made of solid bronze with a 14-karat gold plating and a shiny mirror finish. Inside, it's lined with soft velvet. It's the same design as the coffin chosen for James Brown in 2006, which may have influenced Jackson's choice. Michael Jackson changed music with his unique sound and style. He was a pioneer in music videos, making them a key part of the industry. His dance moves, like the moonwalk, inspired many artists. Jackson's albums like Thriller broke sales records and are still loved today. Experts say he opened doors for African American artists on MTV and in the music world. His storytelling in songs like Billie Jean and Black or White addressed personal and social issues, which influenced how artists express themselves. Many singers and dancers say Jackson's work inspires them to be creative and bold in their performances. His influence is seen in the performances, music videos, and careers of many current stars. Michael Jackson faced significant financial challenges, with debts around $435 million when he passed away. Earlier in 2006, he entered a refinancing agreement with Sony and Fortress Investments. This deal involved his share in Sony ADV Music Publishing, valued at roughly $1 billion. Jackson retained a 25% stake, while Sony could acquire half of his original 50% share. The arrangement also included a new $300 million loan and a reduced interest rate down from the 20% imposed by Fortress Investments. Despite these financial hurdles, Jackson's musical legacy continued to thrive posthumously. His and the Jackson 5's albums sold out instantly on Amazon following the announcement of his death, reflecting his enduring popularity. Michael Jackson was known for his love of music and dance, but his interest went beyond the stage. He was a caring person who loved to help others. He gave money to many charities and supported causes like helping sick children and bringing attention to diseases like AIDS. Michael also cared about the planet and wrote songs to share his concern for the environment. His kindness and desire to make the world a better place were as important to him as his music. Michael Jackson faced financial hurdles early in his career, which delayed his solo debut. He stayed with his brothers in the band, now called the Jacksons, until he was 23 years old. His song Beat It played a role in a national campaign to prevent drunk driving, and for his efforts, he was honored by President Reagan. Jackson's influence reached into television, too. He was depicted learning the moonwalk in a 1989 episode of Kamikaze Kid, June 6, 1961, showing his cultural impact from a young age. Michael Jackson, known for his unique sound and style, changed music forever. He showed the power of music to bring people together and broke records with his albums. His dance moves, like the moonwalk, are famous worldwide. For those starting in music, he advised to always practice, stay true to your art, and never give up on your dreams. He believed in hard work and being the best you can be. His future plans were to keep making music that would inspire and entertain people all over the world. He wanted to use his fame to help others and make the world a better place. Michael Jackson's talent shone brightly, touching the hearts of many. When he passed away, fans showed their love by leaving tokens at the Hollywood star that shares his name. The original owner of the star, a radio host, expressed his willingness to give it to the singer, acknowledging Michael Jackson's significant place in music history alongside greats like Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley, and the Beatles. Michael Jackson made history with his album Bad, which was the first to produce 5 number-1 hits in the United States, a record he held alone until 2011. He also graced the stage at President Bill Clinton's inaugural ball, performing for the newly sworn-in president on January 20, 1993. Michael Jackson's journey in music is a story of a young boy who loved music and grew up to change the way we listen to and think about pop. His dedication to his craft and his ability to innovate set new standards in music and performance. He was always pushing the boundaries, creating new sounds, and thrilling audiences with his performances. His music and dance moves are still loved by many and continue to inspire artists around the world. The story of Michael Jackson shows us that with a strong passion and continuous effort, anyone can leave a lasting print on the world. Michael Jackson faced a serious violation of privacy when a jet company recorded his private talks with his lawyer. The court stopped the company from sharing the videos. After he passed away, people bought his albums a lot more, with sales increasing by over 20%. His album, The Essential Michael Jackson, was very popular in the UK, selling many copies quickly, but it was not as successful in the US and did not stay on the charts for long. Michael Jackson, a significant figure in music, changed the way we see music videos with his work on Black or White in 1991. His company, and he always called these works short films, setting a new standard. He grew up in a large family of musicians, including his siblings Revy, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, LaToya, Marlon, Randy, and Janet Jackson. Later in his life, he faced serious accusations. In 2003, he was charged with harming a young boy. The trial began in 2005 and lasted for months, but by June of that year, he was cleared of all charges. Michael Jackson, known for his love of magic and fantasy, once aimed to bring the magic of Harry Potter to the stage. He reached out to J.K. Rowling to create a musical based on her books, but she did not agree to it. In another instance, Kia Morgan, a producer and friend, presented Michael with a ring that had belonged to Marilyn Monroe, adding a piece of Hollywood history to his collection. Michael's creative spirit shone through in his film Moonwalker, where he paid tribute to his manager, Frank Dilio. In a playful scene, Michael, transformed into an animated rabbit, dashes through a diner named Frank in a Box, a clear reference to Dilio's role in his career. Michael Jackson, a well-known singer, faced a legal challenge when a judge dismissed his $10 million lawsuit. The case involved a New Jersey man who had items Jackson said were stolen from him. In his music career, Jackson also created a song titled on the line for the movie Get on the Bus, but it was not featured on the movie's official soundtrack. Jackson had a lifelong admiration for the comedy group The Three Stooges, particularly Curly Howard. He even wrote the foreword for a book about Curly. Both entertainers passed away at a similar age, with Curly dying at 48 and Jackson at 50. Michael Jackson, known for his remarkable music career, had interesting turns in his life. Donny Osmond, a singer popular among teens, could have sung the theme song before Michael did. However, due to a busy schedule, Donny passed on the opportunity, and Michael got to record it. Michael lived in many places, and just before he passed away, he was staying in a grand house in Los Angeles. This house was once owned by famous actor Sean Connery. Michael also had a puppet that looked just like him on a French television show called Les Guignol's d'El Info in 1988. This show used puppets to mimic celebrities and public figures, and Michael's puppet was part of their cast. Michael Jackson's Neverland Valley Ranch, sprawling over 2,700 acres near Santa Ynez, California, was more than a home. It was a magical place with its own amusement park, a theater, a dance stage, and even exotic animals reflecting Jackson's whimsical and creative spirit. The ranch, co-designed with actor Macaulay Culkin, became a symbol of Jackson's unique lifestyle. Delving into his family history, Michael's roots can be traced back to the Jackson family patriarch, Jack July Jackson, an indigenous Choctaw from the plantation of Gale, making Michael's father, Joe Jackson, his great-grandson. This heritage is a lesser-known aspect of Michael's diverse family background. Addressing the speculation around his appearance, Michael Jackson clarified in his autobiography Moonwalk that he had undergone only 2 nose surgeries and had a cleft put in his chin. He explained that the changes in his face were due to natural aging and his diet, countering the claims of multiple surgeries suggested by various surgeons. This statement from Jackson himself offers a personal perspective on the public discussion about his changing appearance. Michael Jackson, a performer known worldwide, had a series of shows titled "This Is It" for a special reason. Icahn shared that Michael wanted his children to see him perform live, which they had never done before. In the world of music, Michael also left his mark as a songwriter. He worked with Lionel Richie to create "We Are the World," a song that brought together voices from across the globe. His love for entertainment wasn't just limited to music. He was a fan of the movie Back to the Future. For a scene set in a fictional cafe, he allowed an impressionist named Casanova, who looked a lot like him, to use a rubber mask and portray him on screen. This showed Michael's willingness to support creative projects, even when they involved a playful representation of himself. Michael Jackson, a pop singer, had a busy schedule promoting his album Invincible, which led him to pass on the opportunity to play Billy Flynn in the 22 movie Chicago, a role initially offered to him by director Rob Marshall. In July 1988, he performed for an unprecedented number of fans, with 500,000 people attending his concerts over 7 days at Wembley Stadium. Additionally, he was once related to James DeBarge through marriage. Michael Jackson's movie This Is It, which showcases his planned series of 50 shows at London's O2 Arena, stands as the most successful documentary and concert film ever. His presence was noted at the private funeral of Morris Gibb, showing his respect for fellow artists. Jackson was also known for his sharp memory, often described as photographic, allowing him to recall names, faces, and stories from years past with clear detail. Michael Jackson faced a tough period in March 26 when he was told to shut down Neverland Ranch by California authorities. They also fined him a large sum for not paying his workers or having the right insurance. In another part of his life, on April 3, 1998, he welcomed his daughter, Paris Michael Catherine Jackson, with Debbie Rowe. Moving to his music career, after a decade since his last full album, Michael Jackson released Invincible in 2001. Offering fans new songs for the first time since his 1991 album Dangerous. Michael Jackson, known for his groundbreaking music, also had a notable presence at Studio 54, the legendary nightclub. His experiences there were part of what shaped his unique style. In 2003, he took legal action against 2 UK commissions over a documentary that he felt misrepresented him. Additionally, in a memorable event in September 2001, he joined forces with Britney Spears to perform The Way You Make Me Feel at his 30th anniversary special concert. This performance at Madison Square Garden was the last time he sang the song live to an audience. Michael Jackson, known for his incredible talent and unique personality, was celebrated in a concert in Cardiff, Wales. Top artists came together to perform and pay tribute to his legacy. This event was set for October 8, 2011 at the Millennium Stadium. Among those who honored him were Christina Aguilera and CeeLo Green. In another moment of remembrance, Jackson showed his respect by attending a service for Marlon Brando in 24, alongside notable actors like Jack Nicholson. Reports suggest that Jackson's public voice was different from his usual deeper tone. Ian Halperin, a writer who studied Jackson's life, mentioned that Jackson adopted a softer voice as he believed it made him more endearing to the public. Michael Jackson's music and dance moves brought joy to millions around the world. His songs are timeless, and his performances were always full of energy. We invite you to share your favorite memories of Michael Jackson in the comments. What songs of his do you love? How did his music touch your life? Let's remember the joy he brought to the world of music and entertainment. If you enjoy celebrating great artists like Michael Jackson, please like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe for more content that honors the creative talents that entertain and inspire us. Your support helps keep the memory of these artists alive for future generations to enjoy.